Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Saturday, November 13th. Now on our show today, we have Ken Post, who's here with Hearing Remedy. Always some great information from him, and he's got some new technology that he wants to share with us, so he'll be sharing all that information with us. And then we have Green Thumb. We talk about planting different kind of plants for different areas in your garden, be it a small garden or just a patio. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We are looking at very nice skies, not quite as hot as it had been earlier in the week. We are looking at 82-61, 81-61, and then mostly sunny 78-60, so not looking too bad. California weather is quite nice also. Beaches 78-61, Santa Barbara 78-60, San Diego 74-58, Tahoe 45-30, Mammoth 64-30, and Big Bear 64-32. Palm Springs very warm 92-63, and Las Vegas actually quite nice 80-55. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:21, and our sunset will be at 4:49. And thank you, Lori, for sending in a photo of leaves that actually are turning here in Southern California. Who says we don't have some kind of seasons? So thank you for sending that in. If you have a photo that you would like to share with us, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have Ken Post with Hearing Remedy, so stick around.
Primary care is our first interaction with the healthcare system, but most people don't visit their physicians due to long lines, waiting periods, and moving from lab to lab. At Cure Medical, we bring healthcare straight to your doorstep. Our modern, upscale mobile clinics provide services such as prevention and wellness plans, annual exams, lab work, blood tests, and more. Give us a call today to learn more and schedule your next appointment. Cure Medical, close to home, far from ordinary.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Ken Post here from Hearing Remedy. Well, thank you for coming in. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. It's nice to be here live in the studio.
I know, everybody's been saying that. It is kind of nice, huh? So we actually have some interaction, which has been, depleted from our everyday life for the last 18 months.
Yeah, well, at least we've had other things that are kind of close, but there's nothing like just being here live.
Yeah, and I know we've talked about this a number of times over the last 18 months, is that, we have to rely on hearing now more than ever because we have people with masks on. And so I don't even know how it is. It must be much harder for people, right?
Yes, it is, especially when you've got hearing aids on your ears.
Yeah.
So I brought another mask. We actually have, it's a little strap that hooks onto the other straps.
Oh, okay.
So that when you put this on, it doesn't attach to your ears.
Oh, I see. It goes around your neck.
Below your ears with this little strap.
Oh, I see.
Doesn't get caught in your hearing aids. Doesn't get caught in your glasses. So.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So we provide this for our patients, and it's very simple. It's got a little snap, and it fits with almost any mask.
Oh, that's super smart. All right, excellent. Well, I'm glad that you have that to show, and that's probably good for anyone because I think we all get tired of having something behind our ears for sure.
True.
Yeah, and it's just a pain, like you said. That's awesome. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about over-the-counter hearing aids. Now, of course, you could go to Walmart or you could just order online. I mean, there's a plethora of things that you could choose from. But now there are some concerns about that. So tell me what your thoughts are.
One of my biggest concerns is how do you fit them to your ears? I mean, we spend a lot of time doing that in our office, but you're just going to, on your own, figure out what's the right size, what's going to keep them from coming out. It's not that complicated, but you're going to have to follow someone's directions online that says, here's what you do, and try these tips. And then also, some of what you're provided don't work well in a lot of ears. My ears have a really steep bend, and they're really kind of narrow, and those little round ones, they don't work well in my ears.
Right.
So we do intend to sell the over-the-counter hearing aids in our shop.
Okay.
And so we can help you with those things. We can help you. So you've got to find out, okay, these are self-adjusting, but you have to go through certain steps to do that.
Okay.
Well, that can be a little complicated. So we can help you through that. That keeps the price down.
Okay.
The other real issue is they're for mild to moderate hearing loss.
Okay.
How do you know that? How do you know you have a mild to moderate hearing loss?
Right.
Truthfully, most people wait till their hearing loss is way worse than that before they even come in. So we have a little screener, and we can do a very quick test to see if you have a mild or moderate hearing loss.
Oh, well, how does that
go through
work?
the step. Okay, we turn it on. It has 4 different frequencies. So it has low, medium, high, and other high and higher frequencies I can go through.
Okay.
And it has a different volume level for each of these frequencies. So it goes, well, these are just numbers, but I'm just basically finding out how high do I have to make this before you can hear that sound at that frequency.
Okay.
And that tells me what level of your hearing loss you have in a very quick way. It's not precise like I'd use to adjust a hearing aid, but it does give me a quick and easy way to know, are you mild to moderate hearing loss, or are you more than that? You need something a level better than that.
Okay, all right.
So it's important, so I feel it's important to be able to, if you're gonna go that route, we'll help you.
Okay, all right.
So that at least they're going to be fit right, and you're going to know that it's going to be the proper hearing aid for you.
Right. So when someone is considering an over-the-counter hearing aid, what are some of the differences that they would find in comparison to one that might be more of a custom fit?
We have it's very popular now to get rechargeable hearing aids because you don't have to fiddle with batteries.
Okay.
So that's one of the things you want to look at, because when they get less and less expensive, they don't tend to not have rechargeable. Or they do have rechargeable because it's a buzzword, but they only last 8 or 10 hours.
Oh, okay.
How many people want to hear just 8 or 10 hours of the day? So that's something that's important to look at, where our regular hearing aid, some of the new ones last 24 to 30 hours.
Oh, wow.
On a charge.
Okay.
So you've got plenty of, okay, we're doing something special tonight, and you have hearing all the way through it, as opposed to, oh, I got 10 hours and now I got to figure out how I'm going to charge this hearing aid.
Oh, right.
So,
and the batteries, when you use one with the battery, is it a different kind of battery that a special one?
They typically will use the 312 hearing aid battery, which is not the tiniest of the tiny, but it's a pretty tiny battery that you're going to have to put in the hearing aid every 3, 4, 5 days. So the other thing that's been really good lately in terms of the regular hearing aids is they have Bluetooth technology that hooks to your phone.
Right.
Well, does this over the counter? Some of them do, some of them don't.
Right.
And the other thing to think about, it's got 10 hours, but when you use stream Bluetooth, it might have 6 hours. So even though it's a low power Bluetooth, it's draining the battery while you're using it.
Right.
So again, where a regular hearing aid might get 14 hours on the low end, 14 to 25 hours when you're streaming, you might only be getting 6 or 8 hours on a over the counter.
Right, and that's really important to someone who does rely on their phone for who knows what. I mean, they could be watching a show on it, they could be watching football, I mean, whatever the case might be. The fact that they have that capability is really nice. Now, you've brought a couple of samples here. What are some of these?
I want to brag this one in particular because it is, although it's a real hearing aid, a lot of people haven't seen these, that it looks like an earbud.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a hearing aid.
Okay.
There's 2 levels of this, but this is a premium level hearing aid in something that just looks like an earbud.
Okay.
So we can get it in beige in a flesh tone so it blends in better.
Okay.
But it's not a custom. It has Bluetooth. It has a rechargeable. It has a little package to recharge it in.
Oh, look at that.
So you can put it in here and put it in your pocket, and there's a battery in here that can charge it in your pocket.
Wow.
So this is.
Those are exactly like earpods.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
and
amazing.
A lot of people haven't seen that.
That's cool.
The other thing we have for people that maybe want more discreet, this is a non-custom, but it's a discrete hearing aid. It's a very tiny hearing aid. Wow. We put on the right size piece of dome here on here to fit your ear, and then that goes in your ear, and it goes pretty far in the canal, and it's pretty much unnoticeable.
Okay. Now, when somebody is swimming, do you have to take these out?
Yes.
I was going to say, they're not waterproof, right?
There's a lot of new stuff that's come out this last month with the hearing aids, and there is a hearing aid that's actually waterproof, but only to, I think, 2 feet.
Oh, okay. So you can shower.
You can shower.
You can't,
in
like,
it.
swim.
It can get dunked. So yeah, if you were swimming on the surface, yeah, you could. You wouldn't want to go diving under the water or diving into the pool, but if you get in and then you just swim from there, it could work with that. I don't know if you'd really want to get water in your ear canal wall, and then that would kind of hold it in.
Right.
So that's an issue. But certainly people have issues with, I walked in the shower with my hearing aids. Oh no, I got to dry them out.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that can help as far as not messing up the hearing aid when.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you said you're going to be carrying some over-the-counter devices.
Yes.
Now, are you going to have just a couple of choices or popular choices, or what do you plan to do?
I will definitely have more popular. Jabra is one of the companies, they make the earbuds and stuff, and it's one of the bigger names. We'll be carrying their over-the-counter for sure, because they're actually related to one of the brands of hearing aids that we carry.
Okay.
So that it's just kind of natural. We already have domes for them. We already have all the pieces we need to help people with those hearing aids.
Okay.
We're going to look at the Bose hearing aids. But and we're going to look at other ones out there. Especially, we're going to try and find a spectrum from price ranges, so that we can have something to offer, maybe from $300 to up to. Now, one of the things people don't understand, and that you don't see with the hearing aid, with that, they're showing you over the counter, is that often these are more expensive than a lower priced hearing aid.
Oh.
We have hearing aids down to $1,500.
Okay.
And there's over the counters that are $1,800 to $2,000 for a pair.
Oh, wow.
And we can do something custom with including the hearing test, getting them fit for you and everything for $1,500.
Okay.
So we try to get. I mean, we have top premium level hearing aids up to like $7,500, but we try to get something that we can fit everybody.
Right.
So that we have people that, if you need good hearing aids. The really good news is the lower end of the hearing aids, I didn't carry them 5 years ago because they weren't very good. I have for the last 2.5 years because they've gotten way better.
Right.
And so now I'm comfortable. Okay, I know I can fit somebody and have them hearing pretty darn good. Not as good as if you're spending on the premium level, but certainly so they can converse with their friends in just a mildly noisy restaurant, or if there's kids around at a family gathering, stuff like that.
No, that's good. I think, going from the spectrum of, a lower end one just to help people out, as opposed to some, having to go, like you said, to online or something like that, where you might spend more money. Because when you look at those Bose ones, Bose speakers are very expensive too. So, I mean, they are a high end, but again, you're not getting all the other things that you mentioned. So that's awesome. One other thing I wanted to ask, about insurance, because some insurances do help people out with some of the costs, but there was a proposal in legislature that was talking about having more assistance with hearing. What do you know about that?
They are talking about having Medicare covering hearing aids. We're also finding a lot more of the supplements
Okay.
that pay for some part of a hearing aid. Some of them actually, there's several companies that, although you are paying for the cost of a low-end hearing aid, you're getting a premium level hearing aid, and they're supplementing the difference.
Wow.
So you're getting really good hearing aids at pretty much the cost of the over-the-counter.
That's great.
So if you have that, I know the scan people do that. They go through what's called a third-party provider, and those companies set up all the things. You actually buy the hearing aids from them. I set them up for you and get them working properly.
Okay, that's great.
But it can be, some of the plans are okay, they're saving you some, and some of them, like I say, they're getting you $5,000 off of a pair of hearing aids.
Wow, that's great. Well, that's good. Well, I think they're catching up. You know, they're recognizing that hearing is a very important part of our well-being, and they're catching up. So great information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's nice to see you again.
Glad to be here.
All right. And if you want more information about what we've just discussed, you can go to hearingremedy.com. We'll be right back.
Stigmas don't shatter often in the world of hearing aids, so when they do, it makes history. Meet Signia Active, innovative hearing aids disguised as earbuds. Built on our iconic Experience platform, they deliver exceptional hearing in noisy environments. Simply pop them in for a hearing boost on demand, or wear them all day for non-stop support. You'll benefit from Bluetooth streaming, enhanced speech understanding, natural, personalized sound, and noise reduction technology. Their portable case holds extra charges, while our intuitive app provides 24/7 support and assistance during mass conversations. It's time for better hearing on your own terms, and that's history in the making. Signia, enhancing human performance.
Okay, so here we're going to do a demo for things that grow in the shade.
Okay.
So when I say shade, these will take morning sun before 10 o'clock, afternoon sun after 4, or just a bright filtered light. So if you have a patio with a slatted top, that would be fine. And so the idea behind this is one of the college professors around here, I believe at Saddleback, says you want chillers, thrillers, and spillers. So the chiller is the guy in the middle, and this is called a Chrysandra. And this gives you beautiful orange flowers starting probably about March, and goes all the way through into December. So
that's
this,
long.
yes, this gives a really good color. It's pretty easy to grow. So we're just going to pop it out of the pot. And this one is not too bad, but I'm going to loosen this up just a little, give it a little scrunchies. Loosen it up just a hair, and this is going to be my thriller. This goes in the center.
Is that considered like the focal point?
The focal point.
There you go.
And so what we're going to do from here is we're going to hopefully create a cascade effect to where it's big in the middle, medium, and then spilling over the edge.
Would you take like these
Yep.
on the outside? Okay.
Yep, these are going to be our chillers, which mean they just kind of hang out and be a part of the team. And this one is, yes, root bound. So I'm going to pull some of these off. Yeah, you, if you want.
Yeah, I'll do this one.
And I've tried to get contrasting colors. Now, when you look at a color wheel, the colors that are next to each other are complementary. The colors that are opposite each other are contrasting. So I like the contrast myself.
Well, that's kind of a nice way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're similar.
Yes, they are. And then these are coleuses. And these, they're going to get a little flower, but usually I take the flower off. It is pretty, but once it's done flowering, pinch the flower off, because it'll keep putting on more leaves that way. And if these guys get too tall, you can pinch them, and you can take the cuttings and plant them. So
when you say pinch them, are you saying with your finger, or use our clippers?
You can use your clippers, you can use your fingers. I say pinch because
this one has a lot of root.
Yes, that one is.
I'm gonna let you do that one.
Okay. This one is a sweet potato vine, and yes, it will get a sweet potato. It does form a potato.
One you can eat?
They're edible, but I don't think they're tasty.
They might not be tasty. Okay.
So this one is actually going to spill out over the edge as well, and it does get a flower. It's loosely in the morning glory family.
Oh.
And again, let's see. Actually, I want to put this one over here because I'm going for the contrast. I want my chartreuse in between my two purples.
That looks great.
And then I'm going to pull this one over into here next to my green because I want that contrast there.
Right.
And now I'm going to put in some more spillers. This one is called...
Oh, and they're going to come over.
Yeah,
oh,
this is called Lamium. And there's two different kinds. You can see they're both Lamiums, but they're different leaves and different colored flowers. This one's white, this one's pink. So these all are going to do well in a part sun situation, which is why. And they like a similar watering habit.
Right.
So that's another thing you have to keep in mind when you're planting, is that they need to be compatible with each other. If they're living in the same space.
Right. Well, and that's something that you said you can look up online.
Yes, you can.
Or they can come here and talk to Kathy.
You can. Yes, that's what we're here for. Okay, so this one I'm going to stick in here. Very good.
This one must be fresh.
Yes, this one's a young one. And I'm going to stick this one in here because it's going to give me that nice green pop of color. So these will trail down. That's going to trail down. This will trail down. This is going to come out. If any of these get too big, you just simply trim them.
Yeah. That is beautiful.
And it's going to be an awesome display of color.
Now, does it matter the height of the pot?
Well, that's a good question. This one here, they're going to get root bound a little bit faster. So you might have to rejuvenate it a little bit faster than you would if the pot were deeper. If the pot's deeper, then it's got more root space.
Okay.
But also, if you go too big of a pot, that bottom soil turns kind of mushy and anaerobic, we call it, and it rots.
Okay.
So then you have problems with the roots being in a rotting soil, and that's not good for the plant. So in this situation, these are all fairly shallow rooted. If I was going to get, like, say, a ficus tree or like this vine here, I would get a deeper, just the next size up pot, but deeper.
Well, you know, some people have those really long, you know, tall, skinny pots.
Yeah.
But I'm imagining, is there some sort of a separation in those where you would only plant the top part?
There are some things that you can insert into the pots, but unfortunately you have to find the right size.
Yeah.
So what I've done is taken water bottles, empty water bottles, and crunch them down and put them in the bottom of the pot. That takes up space. Some of the soil will go down in between the water bottles, and the roots can get down in there. And that's probably the best way to do it.
That's a great
You could
idea.
also put rocks in there, you know, because that would make it makes it heavy, so you don't have to worry about it necessarily falling over. But if you want to move it, and you don't have the strength to move it, so the water bottles are usually a little bit better.
That is a really good tip, and why not? We are recycling the water bottles.
There
that
you
is
go.
A perfect idea.
That's right.
Well, thank you. This is so beautiful. I just love it. All right. Well, we are going to head back into the studio.
How is life feeling these days? Even if you're active, those little aches and pains can be exhausting. Now there's a new way to experience an ancient healing therapy right in the comfort of your home. Introducing the J&H Lifestyles Infrared Sauna, a beautifully crafted sauna with proven benefits of immune boosting, pain relief, and relaxation. And there are 1- and 2-person models to fit the tightest of spaces, bringing the warmth of infrared sauna therapy to you. Expert installation is available in your area. Just give us a call or visit our website today.
Okay, we've got a movie for you today, and it is called Under the Stadium Lights. Now, you can see this. It has Lawrence Fishburne and Milo Gibson, and you can see that today at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that is brought to you by Hogue. Now, just a couple of announcements. We have the Laguna Woods History Center, which is your place in local history, and it's right next to the Village Library. It is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., and you can call for an appointment, 949-206-0150. And then wanted to let you know that Tilda Research, who we have had on our program before, is having a screening, which is for their clinical trial that they are doing on Alzheimer's prevention. It is going to be held right here in Laguna Woods at the Laguna Hills Mall, and it'll be behind the parking, or behind Massey Furniture in the parking lot. And you can call 569-6444 to learn more about that. And as you can see, there are a few limitations, ages 55 to 80, but nonetheless, you can participate if you meet those parameters, and it's best to give them a call to find out more about that. And then other things that are happening next week is there is a drive-through food bank November 17th from 9 to 10:30 in the morning. That is at the United Methodist Church, and you can call for more information, 949-609-8574, and that is put on by the Saddleback Church of Laguna Woods. And some other cool thing that's happening is the Astronomy Club at their meeting in Clubhouse 1 on Wednesday is they're talking about the sun and all of the things that happen on the sun. And of course, you never want to look at the sun directly, but they do have ways, and they will share that with you, of how you could look at the sun indirectly to see some of the sunspots. So if you want more information about that, you can call Joe at 805-588-0163. All right, let's take a look at our weather before we head out to enjoy the rest of our weekend. It is looking very nice today. We are at 82-61, 81-61, and then 78-60. If you're traveling in California, take a look at these numbers. Look pretty nice at the beach. 78-61, Santa Barbara 78-60, San Diego 74-58. Tahoe is the coolest of the mountainous areas, 45-30, Mammoth 64-30, Big Bear 64-32, Palm Springs 92-63, and Las Vegas 80-55. Have a great rest of your Saturday. You can always rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5, and we will be back right here on Village Television on Monday morning at 9 a.m. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye.
For more than 30 years, Active Care has been providing the highest level of care to residents with Alzheimer's or other memory loss. We specialize in memory care. That's our sole focus. With 3 levels of care and an engaging activity program, Active Care enhances life for every resident every day. Our newest community, Active Care Laguna Hills, will open this fall. We're now accepting reservations. Call 949-877-8233 to learn more.